The jail of memories. Memories often imprison our hopes. Even an obsession over a single moment can bring a whole life to a halt. It's the present anxiety over a dead moment that holds the key. Anxiety's purpose is to help us detect emergencies and danger. Memories don't embody these traits, and personal history should be threatening no longer. Yet, our bodies react to thoughts and experiences alike. They can't discern. By focusing on a reminiscence of life, your body will respond by producing the emotions associated with it. Your recurrent feelings then shape who you are. Freedom is the ability to shift attention toward the present moment, live by our vision of the future, and exile the past as the cell guard of our fulfillment. When you find yourself helpless in the memory loop, trying to ignore it won't work anymore. You need to address it, to fight, not to flight. You can't run away from what has departed. It's you who is doing the chasing. You are pursuing a ghost. You need to acknowledge it, become fully aware of it, and then find a way to disarm it consciously. Attack it with all the reasons you are not vulnerable to it anymore. Disarm it completely. Dissect its power and argue back. Take the key back. Pick to focus on what is ahead and break free from your wing-cutter memory thought pattern. Hello humans, I hope you're doing well. Today I bring you this painting, The Jail of Memories. It's made with oils on a wood panel. It's my first horizontal painting. Let's talk about memories, the past, and how they can trap us. I hope the little spoken words I did cast a little bit of light over the topic, but I'd like to talk about it some more. Memories are unreliable. There's plenty of evidence about it. Yet, we don't seem to take it this way. Actually, someone's memory of something is taken as a fact in a legal procedure. We can construct memories from outside things, like stories that we're told, movies we watch, and so on, without becoming aware this is not an accurate memory of ours. Some studies show that we can transform images we've seen or even imagined into experiences we've lived with no awareness of it. Other studies show that we tend to remember things differently, so that our past actions fit our current views and opinions, also unconsciously. In other words, our memories aren't our factual past. Instead, they are subjective perceptions. False memories, just like real ones, affect our present thoughts and actions. Couldn't we use these on our favor? Does our present change if we change our memories or our perception of them? I think so. We can revisit a memory that makes us feel stuck, brings anxiety to our lives, and update it. Change the story, and associate a different emotion. Associate them with growth, strength, resilience, proudness. Yet another way memories can become a jail is false memory OCD. This is when someone obsesses about the things they can't remember. An example of a thought of a person suffering from it would be, what if I did something wrong or something terrible happened to me and I can't remember? Another typical thought is, what if the details of this memory in particular aren't how it happened? What if I got it wrong? We look for validation about who we are now or who we want to be in our memories. And that's where the false memory OCD becomes problematic, because it makes us doubt our validations. Therefore, it makes us question who we are. Further seeking this validation, our subconscious might create a false memory to give us relief or cultivate more doubt. People with false memory OCD have even turned themselves to the police admitting to crimes they never committed. Memories that happened under the influence of alcohol or other substances are more prone to it too. The truth is, we all have false memories. Every time we revisit a remembrance, we likely alter it a bit. We might change the emotion associated with it depending on our current circumstances. It's nice and good to have memories, but we should shift our focus from them to the present moment, both for mental peace and to keep them accurate. Memories shouldn't be anxiety-producing. Anxiety should be just for immediate danger. It shouldn't be about the future, and it surely shouldn't be about the past. Whatever happened is gone. We shouldn't experience anxiety over it. Being obsessed about memories, focusing on the past, or having anxiety over gone events, that's the jail of memories. Suppose you think about a memory and you get anxious. That means your body is processing that which doesn't exist anymore as if it was an immediate emergency or danger. Maybe we choose these memories because we are afraid of them repeating themselves, and somehow we think having them present will avoid that. Whatever the case, your memories put you into this jail, and anxiety holds the key. One way to gain control over it and grab those keys is to consciously review that memory and concretely point out how you are not vulnerable to it anymore. How it can't touch you where you are now or who you are now. If you can't, this isn't a memory obsession, but an actual danger, and you need to take steps to move out of that vulnerable situation. At some point, you need to pick: are you going to live by your memories of the past? Or will you live by the future you want and appreciate the present you have? If you're constantly focused on your memories, you're reactivating the emotions associated with them. If they are good, nostalgia. If they are bad, then the negative feelings you felt in that given moment. And if you're thinking about these memories to avoid them repeating, you're probably creating the opposite effect. Since what you focus on, you get more of. You'll notice it or project it everywhere. You are developing a predisposition. There's no difference between a real experience or a thought for your body and your emotions. You're putting yourself in a loop where your future vision is affected by your memories. The first step is to become aware of it. Turn on the light on that memory of your past, or just become aware of where your mental focus is. Pay attention to your thoughts. Disarm it. Remember that you are creating your life, your future. Don't let your memories have a hold on you. Just carry on the lessons. You need to act, think, and feel like what, who, and how you want to be. Please pay close attention to those thoughts. Shift them. Be who you want to be and break free from the jail of memories. I hope the rant made at least a little bit of sense. I hope you can rescue some of it. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If you disagree, I'd also love to know about your point of view. If you like this video or painting, a like really supports my channel, and please consider subscribing to see more of my content. And share it if you know someone who could benefit from watching this. This original painting is still available. You can buy it through my website at the link in the description. Also, prints and merch with it will be available there. Objects can become reminders and totems, so consider checking it out. With that said, that's it for me. I'll see you at the next one. I wish you my very best. Bye, humans.